Bloomberg Audio Studios. Podcasts, radio, news.
The Stock Movers Podcast, your roundup of companies making moves in the stock market, harnessing the power of Bloomberg data.
Let's take a look at some of the stocks on the move today. I'm Paul Sweeney alongside Isabel Lee. We're joined by Bloomberg's Red Brown. Red, what are you looking at today?
First thing on my radar is Hasbro. The ticker for that one is HAS. The company was trading a little bit up pre-market, but now has slid at the open by around 3%. They raised their full year outlook in their earnings report today, actually beat analyst expectations. I think some of the positivity probably pre-market had to do with just the fact that this company has been one of these, in the spotlight for its tariff impact. Profits expect to be impact as much as $60 million this year, but the company is having some success with some new products. So I think that's probably what's driving a little bit of the improved outlook for the company, but still kind of a little bit of mixed picture for how the rest of the year will play out for Hasbro.
Well, stock's up 34% year to date, so that's pretty interesting.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of that is coming from after a negative April, so it's all pretty much all been through May. Oh, really? I think as they've been able to get out the fact that they are going to be mitigating tariff impact, things like that. So still doing quite well. All things considered, and I think it is some of these new products. I had this game called Magic: The Gathering launch, $412 million in sales last quarter for a board game. So.
What about Texas Instruments? This is a key chip maker for producers of cars and factory equipment. What are you seeing there?
Yeah, Texas Instruments really struggling today after their report this morning. They're falling right now as much as 12%. That's the biggest intraday move since 2008. It's pretty much erasing the gains for the year. Last night, the company issued an outlook for the third quarter that came in line with expectations. But I think given kind of the backdrop, all the worries around tariffs, it was a little more conservative than what investors were hoping to see. In general, the feeling is kind of like more questions and answers, especially during the call. Analysts were really trying to push the management, saying, if you really have a more negative tone on things, where is that coming from? And we just didn't really get, I think, satisfactory answers from the group who are trying to say, things are looking up. But I guess analysts and obviously the market today just really, really not convinced. And last time I checked, I believe right now, Texas Instruments, the second worst performing stock in the S&P 500 at the moment.
What is Enphase Energy? What's going on there?
Enphase Energy, yeah, the ticker on that one, ENPH. That is a residential solar company. So solar panels on your roof, things like that. Yeah, oh boy is right. The stock today is down right now around 11%. Yeah, wow. Company's really having a tough year, and it's largely coming off the back of the demand destruction that's coming from the unwillingness of the federal government to really support this industry going forward. The company today said that it expects the U.S. residential solar market to shrink by 20% next year. So this has been a really difficult year, not just for Enphase, but for this market in general. We've already seen some bankruptcies from companies that help people finance these projects and things like that. So coupled with high interest rates, it's just really not a good time to be in residential solar, unfortunately.
The Stock Movers Podcast from Bloomberg Radio. Check back with us throughout the day for the latest roundup of companies making news on Wall Street. And for the latest market-moving headlines, listen to Bloomberg Radio live. Catch us on YouTube, Bloomberg.com, and on Apple CarPlay and Android Auto with the Bloomberg Business app.